Hey, what's up guys? So I'm Corinne and today I am going to do a plant haul for you guys. So if you're a plant enthusiast, a plant hobbyist, a plant specialist, and you want to see a plant haul, continue watching the video. So guys, I said I was going to do this like once a quarter or something like that. Didn't happen, you know, life happens. But today I want to show you guys some plants that I picked up. I picked up even more plants than this, but I wanted to kind of show you guys the big ones, and I will be doing a plant tour that you will see next week. So let me show you these plants. Recently have picked up the Monstera Adansonii or Adonsanii. I'm not sure how you pronounce the name of this plant. But this is an absolutely gorgeous plant. It is part of the Monstera family. So most of the Monsteras you may or may not be familiar with is the Monstera deliciosa, which is like the enormously big and gorgeous plant, which I have 3 of them now. But this one is like its cute cousin, and the leaves on this one are more narrow, and this one is a little bit younger, so there's not as many holes, but the older and bigger that it gets, the more holes that it will have. I really love this plant and I can't wait to see it flourish. So another plant that I have is this plant has so many names, and I have like 2 other versions of a plant that looks similar to this, but they are not this plant, which you guys will see in the haul coming up. But this is it pronounced Scindapsus Pictus plant, or the satin pothos, or a silver philodendron? I don't know, okay? But when I picked up this plant at the plant store, on its tag it said it was a picopothos, and when I tried to Google picopothos, I didn't see anything. But this plant is absolutely stunning and gorgeous, and I had to pick it up. It was $20 at the boutique that I went to, and I'm pretty sure that this video is doing it absolutely no justice. So with these silver leaf pattern pothos, you just treat them like any other pothos. This one I do allow to have, not this one, but like my other ones, I do have a little bit more light in the area that I put them in. And I just love how the silver vibrates in the sun. It looks amazing. This is something that I definitely would suggest. Now, I've never picked up a pothos this big, and I'm praying to God I do not kill this guy. The one tip that my dealer gave me was make sure that he does not get cold. So I'm going to make sure that the bad boy does not get cold. I actually picked this up today, so we will see in upcoming plant hauls and updates how this plant is doing. Currently my other pothos, their leaves are curling in, so they look a lot thinner. So when I was doing research about what's causing that, it's saying that the plant is being underwatered, and even if you feel like you're not underwatering your plant, you might be like top filling the plant. So to help alleviate that issue is to make sure that you bottom feed the plant. So I'm going to start doing that now with the pothos and kind of do an experiment to see if that works or not. Going forward, I'm definitely going to bottom feed this one, because the last thing I want to do is like, you know, hurt, harm, or kill such a beautiful plant. And this one is really hard to, for me, this one was really hard to come by. But isn't me? I don't know if you guys, and oh yeah, I have an Instagram page now. So make sure you follow me on Instagram. That's dedicated just for my plants. It's Urban Jungle Home on Instagram. But is it me, or do like the Europeans and the Australians have like the better, not the better plants, but they're always like on trend with that shit. It seems like in America we get them kind of late. But yeah, this is kind of, you know, an update, and this plant is humongous. But I like it though. The third plant I'm going to show you guys is the ZZ plant. I cannot pronounce its name, and if you guys watched the video previous to this one, I did an unboxing of this one. I actually purchased this online through the Seal. The Seal has a monthly plant subscription where each month you get a brand new plant and a pot or a planter, or whatever you want to call that comes with it. The subscription is about $35 a month. And I can tell you one thing, this pot, I absolutely love. It is like some weight and some class to it. I don't know what type of, this is, I feel like this is stoneware. I could be wrong. So this isn't like a ceramic pot or a plastic pot. This is like, it feels like it's real stone. Yeah, and I like that it says like the seal under it. But yeah, it's a beautiful ZZ, a very young plant. So in the seal subscription model, they have 3 different types of subscriptions you can get. So the first one is, or one of them rather, is low light, which is what this plant is. Because I live in an apartment and I only get, I forgot what facing sun that is, okay? I'm an enthusiast, okay? I'm not sure what type of facing sun I have, but I also have a sunlight that comes in. So I have sun hit in the morning and then sun hit in the evening, so whatever that is, east, west, west, east. But during the day, there's not too much light that's coming in, so I thought the ZZ would be, you know, a really good plant. It's a slow growing plant, but, you know, I'm okay with that. But yeah, it is a perfect plant if you're a beginner, if you kill plants, if you want to just forget about your plant and you're like, oh shit, like I'm gonna play here's my plant. But yeah, so the seal has 3 different types of subscriptions. They have the low light, which is this. They have the beginners, which is like really easy plants. I think it's like pothos and like snake plant and stuff like that. And then the third one is pet friendly plants. So plants that won't make your cat or dog sick if they happen to come across it and munch on them like some animals do. But I really do like the subscription for this. I really do like the pot. And another thing with the monthly subscription with the seal is each month you will have a different pot silhouette and a different plant that comes. So again, like I said in my last video, I'm not sure why I picked pale gray. Maybe I did to ensure that it would match with everything. But I'm gonna do this for 3 months, and then maybe in the next 3 months, like pick a different color. But this is an absolutely gorgeous plant, and I can't wait to see how well it does. So the 4th plant I want to show you guys is the Emerald Ripple Peperomia plant. This is an absolutely gorgeous plant. It is by far the easiest plant I have, but you will notice something that's completely obvious about this. Like, you'll see all these like super long ones that are popping out and then this like bunch in the middle. So when I got this plant, my dog, as soon as I got in the car with it, ran into it and like knocked off like a ton of the longer leaves. So it was looking like it was struggling from day one. So while this plant is super easy to care for, it is also on the same level super delicate. So make sure it's not in a place where like if your dog's tail wags and hits your plant, you don't want this plant anywhere near where an animal can gain access to. Another reason why you see a bunch up is I'm used to kind of like not watering my plants a lot. I tend to stick to plants that do like neglect, but this plant is not one of them. This plant needs water to survive, and it needs you to be caring and talk to it and just being a very lovely plant owner to it. So once I started doing that again, the middle of it just started to flourish. Another thing that I've done differently this year, and maybe I'll talk about my plant tour, is I was using a 2020 fertilizer and then Super Thrive, and I stopped doing both of them. And the reason why is because my rubber tree, I'm an idiot, I put fertilizer in it like all through the winter thinking, oh shit, when spring comes this bitch is gonna be like this big. Nah, I almost killed that plant by giving it fertilizer burn. When people say do not fertilize your plants in the winter, people do not do it. I almost lost my baby. But to go back to this plant, so yeah, I've been using a fish fertilizer, which is, I think it was like a 511. So it's something that I use pretty much every time I water the plant because it's not overly strong, and the plant really took to it too. Another thing that I really like about this plant as well is the pot that it's in. So the pot that it's in is actually a coconut husk, and they cut it open and they planted the plant in the middle, and I just think it's absolutely gorgeous. And as soon as I walked into my dealer, he had just finished doing it, and he was like, hey Corinne, guess what? I have this plant that you're gonna like, and in this pot you have to have it. Of course I bought it because like, why wouldn't I? But absolutely love this plant. It is so easy to take care of. And if you're one of those people who just love to tend to your plants, I think you would like this one. I'm gonna put both of these guys together. These are both Sansevieria Laurentii, which basically means that they're dwarf snake plants is the best way for me to describe it. If there are better names out there that you guys know, please feel free to put in the comments down below. I'm all about that life when it comes to learning, different things. The reason why I enjoy the Sansevieria family in general is because they're very low maintenance plants. So if I forget to water them, they're not like screaming Bloody Mary. They're like, okay girl, live your life. I know when you come back, you're gonna do us good, and I always do. These plants have completely flourished. Another thing I look for when I'm purchasing plants is to make sure that there's new growth coming in. So in both these plants, there is new growth coming in. So come, spring, I will go ahead and repot it. But normally, Sansevieria do like to be kind of like pot bound for a little bit. So that's why I did it a favor and didn't take it out. But I really love the variegation on each one of these plants. They're both unique and they're both beautiful, and I think they're also called bird's nests. So if you guys have any other names for these plants, let me know, or if you have any growing tips for either one of them or both of them, please let me know as well. The second to last plant I want to tell you guys about is the Hoya Carnosa. This is an old school kind of like 70s plant that like maybe not your grandma, but maybe like your mom may have had in her house growing up. But this plant is definitely making a comeback. With this particular Carnosa, it's a pink variegated version of this. Right now it looks white. There's a little bit of pinkness about it. But this plant is absolutely gorgeous. I have been the Hoya killer this year, I'm not gonna lie. So my Hoya Carry and my Hindu rope I killed. I'm hoping not to kill this one. So I got this from a different dealer other than my normal dealer, and he advised me that these plants are super easy to take care of, and upon my reading about them, they're pretty easy to take care of too. So if you guys have any suggestions or about how to maintain the Carnosa version of the Hoya, please let me know. But they say you can pretty much let it go and do its own thing, that it's okay with neglect. So I'm hoping it's okay with neglect. My last plant I want to tell you guys about is the Alocasia Amazon. I hope I said that right. I'm gonna get corrected if I didn't. This is an absolute gorgeous plant. I am not like an Alocasia fan, or at least I didn't think I was, but then I just saw this plant. I found this plant in Trader Joe's, believe it or not, and I was like, you know what, I'm picking it up. The plant was like $10.99, and I thought it was absolutely stunning. And when I go into plant shops, when I see this plant, they're selling it for $22, so I feel like I got a deal on the plant. And another thing that I really do like about the plant is the plant didn't just come in this nursery pot. It actually has a ceramic pot that came with it. So definitely got a good deal. And then the root system on this one is beautiful. I'll try to do a close-up on it. But yeah, it's not mushy. Like, I will definitely buy another plant from Trader Joe's if they all come out like this. And since I purchased it, this plant has produced at least 3 or 4 different leaves. So whatever I'm doing, it seems to like. And I did put this plant outside for a little bit because we were getting a lot of rain, and plants love natural rainwater because there's a lot of nutrients in the rainwater that we don't provide when we're using tap water. And it really started to flourish even more when I did that. So I absolutely love this plant. I can't wait to see what it does in the future. And because it's already kind of wrapping around itself in the pot, when spring comes around, I'm going to go ahead and repot it in a size a little bit bigger than this and keep it in a plastic pot, and hopefully it will continue to just get bigger and better. So guys, that's it for my plant haul. Join me in next week or the week after that where I will do kind of like a plant tour where you can see like how the other plants that I showed you at the beginning of the year are doing. My fiddle leaf fig tree has grown a lot, and I just recently watched the previous video and I didn't realize how much it's grown. And I have other plants that I have purchased that I did not include in this haul, but we'll see that on the next video. But thank you so much for joining me. Remember to follow me on Instagram. If you have any comments, questions, or remarks, put them down below. And I guess find me on Instagram. Duh. Alright guys, peace out. Bye.